Cycle 101. 11 dupes. Morale's looking good. Mr. Logistics. Mr. Clean. It is too cold. What is it? Power! Finally! Power. Natural gas. Which... right now we're working on purely coal. Hydrogen... Oxygen backlog. Hmm. Yeah, this will need to be insulated. Losing a lot right there. And for smelting, we're using our water supply. Let's stand to switch this over to... or just put a second one on here and have it connect to the water. The piss. Trying to think of if I'll be able to thread this pipe over, which with a little bit of rework of this I could. This isn't, it says this instead. I'll get to it. Alright, so infrastructure for natural gas. Who is dormant? Of course it is. Natural gas is a heavy one. Hmm. Breathability up here is not. What? What was that? Weird. Oh, it connected some wires. Hold on. Need to fix this. Yeah, these should not be. What a weird glitch. Oh, it kept going all the way down. What? What a weird glitch. Alright. Everyone's back to normal. Everyone's back to normal. Let's try that again. The only thing that needs to go in here is a pump. A air pump. It's it at 300 degrees. City in here. What else? Granite. Just looking at him like, how are you stuck? Stop that. So I think the previous session we had mapped out the sub-basement that will be the new power room. I can put the new smelter here and have it eat. But how? How did you do this? Then you rebuild it. Escape. We might someday come across a sheep or be able to print a sheep. Be careful of the volcano. Be very careful. In fact, at this point, Colony needs a decorator. Did I look at the stats of the Fallen? Whoa. That was weird. I haven't pushed that button yet. I guess we'll build this first. The gas won't be able to get through the neutronium. Dang it. Hold on. Yeah, this garbage happened. From that weird glitch. Now. Fix it, guys, before everything explodes. "30 more days and we'll get free oxygen." Thank you. Yeah, this spits out infectious polluted. The infectious part doesn't mean anything, since no diseases can live here in Germ World, in Cold World. Except for food poisoning, which dies pretty quickly. Doesn't get a chance to permeate out. At some point, we will plan to warm the bedroom. Food is abundant, even though half our plants on this tier can't grow. What is trunk health? Body temperature. But top priority right now, the new power generator. We don't know how long this will be dormant for. What if it's like another couple days and that's it? Is this how I want to draw this? I would like the gas to be able to get down here. The natural gas falls, so if I put the pump here, even through just this tube, it'll still fall through just fine. Alternatively, I could have it go on both sides. Move this over one. Actually, very important, guys. The way out. Hold on. Tear this down. $2,500 heat over here. Something over here is quite warm. Like volcanic levels of heat. Could very carefully take some of this heat. Put it in the bedroom. Ah, because it's sleepy time. Oh, you'll get to it. When you get to it. Could use a decorator and a builder. Bigger. That's a lot of lime. That is so much lime. It's time to make steel. As soon as I have a way to make Atmos suits, I will. Here's what we'll do. The plan will be encapsulate this. Build the power room, and I guess I need to make now where the natural gas goes. Just the one tube will be sufficient. So natural gas produces carbon, just like this, and piss. Oxygen's looking really good in the base. The oxyferns are doing really good work. No way to get a skimmer down here. The water will freeze. Oh man, dig your way out. Thank you. Carbon dioxide geyser. Freezing cold, liquid carbon dioxide. Just what we needed. Dang it. Off by one. These can be separate structures. They don't have to connect. This is just where the natural gas is stored. Supporting industry down here. Who's that? You, builder. If I can get all of this out of here, then I can seal this off and never look back. Just keep poking it until it tells you. I said natural gas will come this way. It makes this a natural place to put the natural gas. So natural gas reduces carbon dioxide, which I don't care about outside of the main base. Hey, Chaos Prime. Like Dwarf Fortress. You don't control the Sims, they just go. We will eventually poke that toilet. How is this? Is this working now? So, oxygen goes in at 4 degrees Fahrenheit. Spends a little time at the volcano. Comes out at 70. That's fine. Volcano's turned off, so... We had 12, and then the incident with the volcano. $12 is a fine number at the moment. We have enough bedrooms for 12. So cold in here. Gotta do something about... I'm gonna have to heat the base up somehow. Right, so if we do like this... In here is backup oxygen. We're burning the hydrogen as we make it. Just in case, I'll just earmark out spaces to buffer more hydrogen. No, there you. You are at the limits of your morale. I don't want to stress anyone out at this point. Run a natural gas generator. Now the piss just falls out the bottom of this. The question is, do I attempt to capture the polluted water? We have piss. The 11 dupes are making more piss. Water goes in, piss comes out. This goes into the filtration system, any excess, because you pee a little more than you take in, goes into the sewage, the septic tank. to be fed into the trees, fed into the reed fibers, and fed into another sieve, which will clean it enough to stick it into the oxygen generation system. And it's working. They can't work because there's no carbon dioxide for these plants to eat. Well, until I need to go this far out, let's just end it here. Getting a good workout in, powering the hamster wheel. Crabs are doing looking good. Feed them rocks. They spit out coal. Coal then gets funneled down below into the coal generators. Eventually, like it'll be automated here. We have 30 tons of coal in this. That makes sense. Alright, so we've done that. Something killed that crab. Who has room on their circuit? You have room on your circuit, I think. Power this door. Careful. Whoa. No one said lock it. Stop it. Who locked that? Was that you? Do you have the authority to lock doors? My Roomba. Someone keeps locking this. Weird. How's this looking? This is looking good. This actually needs to run through a filter. Hold on. Let's do it right like this. Air comes through here. If it's natural gas, it continues along the path. If it is not natural gas, spit it out right here. This won't be necessary once I lock the door. Eventually, everything that isn't natural gas gets let out. I'll take a free crab. These are no builders or diggers, so. You can go in the dining hall with the light bugs and the cats. I think the Roomba is locking and unlocking this thing. So I'm not going to insulate this floor because this room should get very hot. With all the old generators running. How hot does this get? Hotter. Alright. It leaks polluted water built above a reservoir. Which down here means it'll freeze. And that's fine. A problem for later. Yeah, you only make 4 kilo DTUs. No canaries. Carbon dioxide is not a threat in itself. The threat comes from not having oxygen. Other gases are not toxic. They just can't breathe it. So the door first, a pathway down. Can't quite fit 2 in here. Fine, if I do this with a mesh floor underneath, this will fall right through. And if I dig a little trench this way, I actually want to eat this heat, so I'm going to make all the bottom insulated. This will force all the heat up into this tube, which could then permeate into the base. But if I can heat this tube, I can put the carbon skimmer here. I can move this down below, and it can eat the carbon as it fills this. Carbon sinks. Carbon will go up. I'll do the same thing with this. Run the main power line up so we can join the rest of the power. And tell it to only run if it's needed. The heat's gonna escape. Like, cold is gonna get in. So how am I gonna do that? How do I let the piss out? Or I just let... We do that. Let the piss accumulate right here. When it fills up, I'll punch a hole, let it fall out, and then seal it up again. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so... no one's drinking the piss. We have water. This is Ice Planet. So everything is cold as heck. There is plenty of actual water. The plants are breathing piss, kinda. Alright, so I need to run the natural gas actually to the vents. Guys, go here, here, here. And snake you... I actually have to tell the carbon dioxide to leave. It doesn't just spit it out like the coal generators. Fill this room with carbon dioxide until it can't take anymore. Ow! Alright, Sweepy, you're being decommissioned. Stop locking this door. You're gonna trap my people down here. You do not have authority to lock and unlock doors. Someone tear apart the Roomba. Who is doing this? I took apart the Roomba. This is something that they... Was this an update? That it has to lock for it to be walkable over? And actually had nothing to do with the Roomba? Yeah, we could save on the power from the Roomba. The Roomba was helpful when we were thawing out a glacier over here. Still have plenty of room inside what I've mapped out to be the interior of the main base. Ladders first. Ladders in the exterior first. Actually, really, ladders first. No getting stuck, guys. We'll eventually pretty up these rooms. All of them. And we don't have a major dire task to do, like turn on the power supply. Have we... It's on! Right, we need to power this first. Wait. If it's natural gas... Yeah. If it's natural gas, continue on the path. Someone do that now. And we need to finish the pipes to actually capture this. Come on, guys. Well, you're going to go finish the analysis that you almost finished. You have, like, 1 pip away. Yeah, your eye hurts. Running into a natural gas room, and it pops your eardrums, because there's 4 kilograms of air in here. Alright, so this is going to be on for 64 days. Beautiful. We lost them. Should have put the door on top. Second on Ray Mage's to-do list. We can actually do the power part of this later. You can do the power part of this later. Let's do the collection now. Why is there a potato sitting in the hallway? Someone pick that up. There's nowhere to put this potato. Where's the kitchen? Yeah. Oh, our potato box is full. 150 kilograms of potatoes. Right. Our food supply is so cold, we actually don't have a way to... We're not eating much of anything these days, except for potatoes. Let's put down a space heater. You can't hold another space heater on you. What about you? Maybe? You seem to be alright. Try to heat up our plants enough that we don't starve. Yeah, we're doing good on food. It's fine. They can work on that eventually. Alright, Senor, build it. Hop in there. Pop your eardrums, and off you go. Lock this door. You don't think about it again. Natural gas can't flow until we finish this. It'll at least start to buffer over here. Hello, Misty. Welcome back to Ant Farm. My son has gotten really good at calling me via video chat. He's 2 years old. He pops open his mother's Snapchat and calls me. Yeah, he was showing me the episode of Bluey he's watching and hit the banana he was eating. This is a hamster wheel. This is the first way of getting power. Charge the batteries by having someone run on the wheel. Like Speed Racer here. Speed Racer, who currently runs at 160% run speed. My 2-year-old loves Bluey. In fact, bittersweet, y'all. It's happened. I've taken down I took down his crib. I got a toddler bed. I got him a Bluey toddler bed, and now he sleeps. He's sleeping in that. I don't mind it. It's cute. I have a patient, his dad is Australian. He sounds just like Bandit. I could talk to that man all day. Alright, so all coal will now fall directly here. Just out of the reach of this thing. Dang, hold on. Tear down this ladder real quick. What kind of materials down here? Igneous rock. Oops. I want this thing to go. Heavy watt wire, deconstruct. This can go here, there. Heavy wire. We'll go like that. Choices for tile: sandstone, igneous rock, granite, sedimentary rock, obsidian, and mafic rock. Those are the kinds we have found thus far. Build this real quick so that the auto sweeper can only grab within this. And if all the coal is sitting just out of reach, it can't auto feed the generators. There, now it can. And you can't reach the guys on the bottom. You can't reach them. Alright. I can just move you down a little, actually, then. How? How do I move? Yeah. Let's move you down. Speed of how lava cools. It's all about bread. It all comes down to bread. This should be able to reach them all. If someone wants to build this, thank you, Red Mage. You're powered. You're connected. Automation wire is good. Oh, you guys did not get reconnected properly. Hold on. Fix this. Just run this through the wall. It's fine. Now you're thinking. Alright, get to work, guys. Top priority. Get power back online. The hydrogen generator was turned off by accident. Okay, so you can feed them. Odds are you'll only feed them when they're needed. That's fine. Now I need to get all the coal I have into here. Easiest way to do that, actually... There's some more coal. I was just saying, hey, I could use more coal. Momentarily tell this, don't grab eggs. Only coal. And allow manual use. I want to lock this, otherwise they're going to run in here and grab the coal off the floor and toss it back up there. And what everyone should be doing is hauling ass all around the base, grabbing all the coal, like off the floor and stuff, and tossing it into this loader. This loader will then dump all the coal into the coal room. Consolidate where all the coals ended up. Natural gas starting to accumulate. Love to see it. See ya. The beauty of we found a natural gas geyser and we have encapsulated it. This is ours now. For the next 60 days of power. There's just enough hydrogen happened to be trapped in here to shove the natural gas down. I like it. Yes, exactly. One of the traits of a duplicant, it's supposed to be a negative trait, they are a heavy flatulator. They will routinely spit out natural gas to poison your base. And natural gas is heavier than carbon dioxide, which makes it trickier to kind of get rid of. When I feel confident that enough coal has reached down here. There's still 12 tons over here where the and 12 where it used to be over there. Yeah, once these two piles have been tossed up here, I'll have it go back to doing egg duty. Beautiful. Alright, Red Mage, you go back to doing your normal stuff. Yes, yes. No one gets a good night's sleep in this colony because it is cold as hell. It is 9 degrees, 7 degrees up here. The warmest ones are 40 Fahrenheit, so quite chilly. So now that this has been done, I'm going to put a second smelter down. This one's going to use piss as its coolant. So I can try to heat up the septic tank enough to get some fiber going. How can I thread you? You can just go the long way around. Yeah, it's gross, and I like it. Then I just use Smelter A if I want to warm the water reservoir, or Smelter B if I want to warm the piss tank. This needs 70 degrees to grow. 54 in there. There's no carbon dioxide down here at the moment because this isn't... Once these are really going, I'll pop open this door and let the carbon dioxide start sinking, like coming out. I don't know what would happen if I just locked this down and said no. And would enough pressure break the walls? I don't know. I guess I could change this to like airflow tile that's conductive so the heat goes up instead of popping open the door. That coal is gone. As is that. We have a few crab. So the auto sweepers are grabbing stray eggs and tossing them up here. Any more than 8 critters in a room, and they start to get cramped and they don't produce as much coal. Stray critters hang out here until there is a vacancy from old age, one dying. Or until they die of starvation. And then they become lunch. Natural gas moving along. Next task. Finish this. You can turn on the natural gas generators. Are you guys all hooked up? You're hooked up, and hydrogen is being buffered. Alright. Less hydrogen will be buffered as we actually have sufficient amounts of oxygen in the base. The entire base has oxygen. Oxygen is now included. Which means we're going to get some of that power back from this not running when all the pipes fill up. Right now we're taking water from the steam vent, electrolyzing it, and then sorting the hydrogen and the water. Hydrogen and the oxygen. Then running the oxygen up near the volcano to warm it up. I should move these so I can fit more oxyfern in. That's fine. 7 degrees. Eventually this will heat up. "18 more days till free oxygen." We had a miner here punching all this out. Free stuff. We'll get back to excavating when we finish the current project. Apparently coal has ended up here. Fix that. No coal allowed in the storage hallway. Thought I tore you down. Guess I didn't. Oxygen is completely buffered. Well, when we start warming this up and we can start getting fibers, I can make Atmos suits. on the He Builds Memorial Highway here. It worked. It turned on. There's piss on the floor. Now we're talking. Alright, it's freezing instantly. And they're grabbing it and tossing it in the sewage tank, which I guess is fine. What's drawing all my power? The electrolyte. I could turn off the electrolyzer. We're making our own oxygen now. This is drawing a lot of power. 120 non-stop. While we consolidate all the coal in the base. Bish. Alright, time for everyone to eat good. But be careful. There's a lot of animals in this room. There. Only one fighter in the bunch. I think we only have 1, 2, 3 storage hallways, so this is the last of the coal. If it overloads the circuit, I'll dial it back. Right, now we need to start smelting for the sole purpose of heating the septic tank. I always need more steel though, so as I get lime, I'll keep making the steel. Alright, that might be it. No manual use. Grab eggs. And we can unlock this. Alright, let's make a wall, some wallpaper out of ice. Right next to the heater. It'll melt it instantly, it should fall right down. Maybe not instantly, but pretty quickly. This thing is at 297 degrees. Really need to think of a more... think of a better way to... eat this up. What? It cools gas, but outputs heat where it is. Just warms a body of liquid. Takes 1,000 power. $4,000 kilo DTUs. The coal generator puts out 9. 10 for natural gas. Alright, so this might be the way to do it. If I get a liquid up here, and I cook it. Like, put a reservoir here and cook it. And then just run piping through here. Hold that thought. Do this out of granite. Oh, not wood. Make it out of granite. Hey, it's not freezing right away. That's a sign. When this gets above freezing, I'll move the carbon skimmer down here. Or just let the oxyferns do their job. That'll work too. Alright, do we have any other objectives here? Anything else to check out? This could be the way to heat. Just use whatever. There's like a volcano over here or something. We can't touch that without Atmos suits, though. Our duplicates will burn. They will die. We learned that they do not like heat. Why? Why? Oh. This confused the toilets. There. Alright, fine. I'll do this differently. We'll do it like that. Someone clean up the piss. At least you didn't do it into the reservoir. Yeah, having two pipes funnel into the vent confused the piping. You would think it would there'd be a priority system, but nope. This worked. For whatever reason that didn't. The toilets got backed up. There, I'll dump the hot piss right onto this plant that wants to get hotter. Yeah, now we're talking. Nope. I mean, I planted them in the septic tank. We're gonna wear the fibers that these things grow. Now that I've made some wood, I should also get an ethanol. Take the wood, turn it into ethanol. So I can take that ethanol and turn it into power. This is just wood into ethanol. This produces more carbon dioxide and some heat. Could rearrange this layer so I can put another row of trees. Well, this is fine. This needs to go. We're actually kind of running low on food. All we have are mostly potatoes. This is working. These are now above 50. Let's put you back. There was one here at one point. Another digger who's good at decorating but who likes decorating but isn't good at it. That's no thanks. I have ranchers. 14. That's a lot. I'll take some salt water. The salt water will then go into here, which will go into there. Just put the bottle into the drainer, goes into the pipe, which goes into the reservoir, goes into the desalinator, which will go right into the reservoir. And it gives me some free salt. So you can use when I get my first salt, I'll learn here how to turn it into table salt. Okay, so I never actually reset this, so turn off. Don't ask for power when you're above 80. Or asking for power when below 20-ish. There we go. Ish. Nice, one of the natural gas ones are full. Good sign. Doing good work here, buddy. Eat. Anywhere for put snow? Plenty of water. At this point, water is only being used for... Water doesn't have a use. We're not using water for anything. None of our... A bristle blossom. Your temperature is 41. You can actually take it colder. Now, Bristle Blossom has a larger range of temperature it likes than Mealwood. Bristle Blossom takes longer to cultivate. Bristle Blossom requires light and water. But they like it more. And it's of use for my water. I have a lot of water. Blueprints are just skins. They color things. Want some black pants. Doctor. I've never poked this. They made a lot to this. Alright, you're a red shirt. Michelin Man. No, wait. Yo. Tropical shirt. I've never poked this menu. I didn't know this was here. Just unlocked some pants. Where are they? There. Identical. Footwear, but they don't have feet. Amazing. Alright. Our scientist. I guess I should also hook up the water. It's gonna take a while for this to heat up. Could move the hydrogen generators over here. All the power is located here. There is room for exactly 2 of these guys. I would have you be automatically wired. Have to run this over. That works. bring these in this way. Every heat generating building goes in the basement. Heat rises. Bedrooms may never be warm. I don't like the way that looks at all. Oh, that's polite. You can just push a button and change what it looks like. Okay, that's cool. You actually got overheated. The one that was a little like dripping onto overheated. Over here is 84. This will all even out. I have 2 more oxyferns to throw down. Nice. The carbon dioxide is starting to cool up, but the new layer of oxyfern is going to handle. As soon as it gets above 32. We're never going to buffer that much hydrogen. We shall continue to climb. This looks like something I don't want to get involved with. Punch holes in this as we climb, because there's free oxygen in here. you're gonna be 3 tall. Air fresheners over the vents, over the polluted oxygen piss tank. It's actually being suppressed by... The odorizer were working, but it was being mostly suppressed by there being carbon dioxide in there. Now, how am I going to noodle this over there? Anyone have points to spend? Huh. Need to thread a pipe all the way down to here. Some dirt. Take it. I put all wood here. This will automatically take the wood, shove it into this distiller. It's out carbon dioxide, but then that'll fall to the bottom of the base and be... Yes! Alright. You'll have room on your line, actually. And room on your... All wood here. Alright, you guys are all alive. And warm. I'll use this one. Pick up some more copper. Right now, our petroleum. This takes 2,002 kilograms a second. How much does this cook? 500 a second. So one should do. This cooks 2,000. That cooks 500. This makes more blue wire. It is very hot. And it's big. I do it like that. Oh, this also makes piss. So you get the piss back in the end. Because these take piss. The trees take piss. You take the wood, turn it into ethanol, and then you burn it, and you get the piss back. I think that's still the way to go. We do it like this. Sit on a mesh tile. And this will be scalable if it turns out wood's actually quite abundant the way we're doing it. This should all scooch over one. Or we build this, then we seal it off. And then I can put a pump in here to send it back up here. Automate it so that it only turns on when this is full. Like this is gonna do. If this can sense piss, turn on. Hey, Demon Wisp. Welcome back. Why is the toilet out of order? I saw that. Oh, it was momentarily probably occupied. We could finally make Atmos suits. Alright, so where am I going to store the ethanol? Or Pee-weeds. Pee-wee's Herman here. Finally hooked up a metal refinery to the septic tank to heat it up. I think I just put the ethanol on top of it. Actually, it doesn't need another... Why? Stop it. Get out of there, now. Thank you. What's the freezing point of ethanol? I feel like ethanol is like negative 173 degrees. Yeah. Ethanol's a really good one for things like that. This has been a long time coming. We got them from the swamp over here. Oh, and look what we found. Look what our new toy is. Oh, hey, another one of these. Did not even see this. Excavated. Finally, power! The powerful sounds. Can you hear the groaning of the fart rock? Alright, everyone's maxed out on morale at the moment. Alright, so then... Because I'm not afraid of this freezing. Alcohol itself is pretty hard to freeze, so that's why I was thinking maybe we just run the line. Nice. Fortunately, in this planet, we're not have to worry about anything We don't have to worry about making a freezer. If you see piss... Alright, turn on when you see piss. So if the piss has gotten this high, turn on and pump it out of here. Yeah, this is Cold Planet. I'm trying to come up with a way to heat the apartments. Try to keep the food supply going. Finally hooked up Bristle Blossom. We've automated the coal the coal process. We're now automating wood into ethanol. That's what I was thinking. That we were saying that out loud. Maybe I make a tank of something here that won't evaporate. Run and then just pipe warmth into the apartment complex. Carbon dioxide's getting a little out of hand just right here. Oh, because of the distillery. Well, it'll eventually sink right into the oxyfern. It wouldn't take much. Just make this cubby here. Just some water. Just toss some ice in here or something. It takes so much power though. When we've recently discovered heat. Someday this heat will turn back on too. The heat that killed 2 people. Alright, this is on. I didn't hook you up. Hold on. Alright, we're actually running low on piss now that I've added 4 more trees to the mix. And a bunch more oxyfern. So let's get this going. Liquid pump. Turn on. Can you see it? Enjoy your heavy wire. Run it insulated this way. There, that'll work. That's not a bad idea. 12th duplicate. No, no builder. I'll take 2 cat eggs, though. Why not? And I discovered a button I haven't seen before. Where is... fashionable? Old, but fashionable. Alright, I need... you don't. There's 3 duplicates and a thing. If it's 3 duplicates you don't want and, like, a puffed, you could just decline everything. Well, that's not pretty. Good enough. Alright, the miasma, it's pretty intense. I actually probably don't want the ethanol distiller here. Alright, hold on. Tear this down. Tear this down. Tear this down. This was a failed experiment. Good proof of concept, though. Eventually the oxyfern will deal with this miasma I've created. We had 12 dupes, and then 2 died. And we haven't replaced them yet. I appreciate that the petroleum generator has a big old dildo on its head. Must hydrate. Good. My water's right here. Appreciate it. Ah, it's good water. It's making so much CO2, but at the same time, I have a skimmer. It's just not dropping fast enough. It'll eventually all work its way here, and this will be fixed. I'd imagine if I drew it to delete it, it would delete the bridge too. Yeah, so it's just sitting here. Rid of that. I need a new place to stick this. Ethanol out. Whoa. Ethanol in. I never hooked you up to automation, so you just burn through that whole thing just for fun. Automate that, please. Yeah, auto sweeper. Can't fit you in here. I don't need fire pole down here at the very bottom. Oh, really? That's why I went around it. I assumed it would have cut this. Oh, how about that? That's beautiful. Nice. Let's store the reed fiber up here. I do want to build you here. Whoop, wrong button. That goes there. That goes there. Come on, let's go. Do you want to kill the Batman? Someone on... I forget someone. I was talking about Breaking Bad. They sent me Walter White singing to Jesse. Do you want to build a meth lab? Come on, let's go and cook. We'll do things by the book. I put all wood here. Put all reed fiber here. I've yet to find a use for plant husk. It just builds up. If I had resin, which I've never seen resin, or if I had a cow, I could feed it to the cow. I want to say that that happened to me years ago. This planet doesn't have that problem. No need to harvest chlorine or deal with germs. Even the food poisoning dies before it gets out of hand. Oh, I wasn't doing Bristle Blossom because my farmer is allergic to... Whatever. Do I have a doctor? I do have a doctor. The chef is a doctor. I should... Alright, let's repurpose the... That's what I was thinking. Let's repurpose the 4 triage cots from the incident. When my duplicants decided to stop to catch their breath inside the volcano and burn them to death. One managed to get this far before melting, and the other one hit down here. I locked the door so they couldn't go inside an active volcano. Alright, so if you see piss, turn on. Can you reach this? You probably can't reach this. I should move you over. See, walking by it is very different than stopping to catch your breath inside of it, because there happen to be trace amounts of oxygen in there. Wild times we live in. Wait, no, that's backwards. Hold on. There. Out. In. And... now I need to somehow get this ethanol I'm using it for... I'm stealing its energy. Distributing it throughout the base. I have a lot of green going on now. Alright, so now it's time to extend this wall. And power's looking good. Alright, we have good power generation going. This will sort itself out eventually. Alright, I said something. Alright, hey, cooking. Alright, you already know to do it. You know you can store it? Yeah, there you go. The new hospital. Warming this place up has been an ongoing issue. Where do I find the apothecary? I may not have researched it. We've never researched medicine. Well, hop to it. We'll get there eventually. We'll get there when we get there. Alright, dude, that's what I was looking for. Yes. Here. There. The stray ethanol can go in here. Alright, it's now warm enough we could stick a if you employ some advanced techniques, because I haven't found cooling to be easy. Alright, so we now apothecary. There it is. That can go up here. I don't think I'm allowed to put the apothecary in the hospital itself. Yeah, put it in the lab. It is the doctor's. We do not yet have plastic. That would require oil. Or sheep. We have found no sheep. We have not gone south enough for oil. I've pretty much been basing it off of looking for... yeah, sheep. Liquid carbon dioxide. Pretty much just been chasing the geysers. Alright, we dug up a little more and there's no sign of any more geysers. Let's put the cosmonaut. Not interested in the lore. I like the sheep habitats. I just haven't come across any sheep. Nice. Important for the one going to space someday. I have a brain. I've never poked any of these things. There's pajamas in there. And there you go, Printerceptor. I've never poked a Printerceptor. We will continue to go north. We go to space. Sick bay? Don't need the hand sanitizer. Sick bay could be helpful, maybe. What's that for? Yeah, basic treatments. Like allergy meds. Put one of those down. Has a hand washing station and everything. Oh, that's pretty nice. 12th dupe. Building. 4 building. 3,000 coal. Building. Better at building. Building. First, put you onto the final schedule there. Get you your skill point. Teach you. Oh. We need to poke the Printerceptor. Alright, that looks good. You are looking for ethanol. Please and thank you. I didn't hook this up to power. See, my miasma is working its way down towards the oxyfern. Outside a hospital. Does it require a hospital? Where did I... Oh, you. Allergy meds are blossom seeds and dirt. You get 10 units of it. Yo, that's awesome. That's sick. All the others, like, vitamin shoes are kind of garbage, and so are the immuno boosters. This could be useful, except coal. Coal is gorgeous, and a kilogram of coal. Never used this. I guess the more powerful one is for zombies. I read something about zombies when looking at diseases. Oh, I didn't decorate these rooms. My bad, y'all. Who's getting burned? Oh no! Volcano's back. Volcano melted the door! Molten gold. It melted the melted the door. This has survived multiple volcano eruptions. Volcano's back. Well, fortunately, we have this new sick bay. Congratulations. Alright, oxygen's offline at the moment. Because I had the pipes running through the lava. I could do this for now. Just let it go directly into the base. Cold. That's fine. That will solve that problem. I lock this door so no one goes into here. No one leaves the base out that direction, please. And it's time to employ Atmos suits. What do you want? What's wrong with your irrigation? Oh, we're out of piss. We're out of piss. I have overextended my urine capacity. Produced by... We are working on producing piss. Do I have any slime? I have no slime. This will happen. This happens. Because I could throw down some terrariums? Whereas carbon's getting pretty rough down here. Alright, and... it's time to employ Atmos suits. So, checkpoint. I'm never good at putting this together. This was going to be the whole corridor of it, but someone's gotten in the way. I guess this was going to be the start, but now it has to be... No, this won't work, because there'll be a gap. This is fine. Rip. I can't move this either. There's no relocate button. They won't dig up the body and move it. It is... It's... Doesn't look very idle to me. There's 2,000 degrees rocks on it. The lava came flowing out. Perhaps the door was a bad idea. I should have just put down insulated tile. 4 days until this turns on. Alright, so deliver the suit. Deliver the suit. Deliver the suit. This volcano is out for blood, man. It's never worth it to repair, right? You just tear it down, get yours, and then just rebuild it. There's nothing I can do about that at the moment. This whole area, our entire oxygenator. We have backup oxygen. This is why we were buffering it. Well, not this particularly, but... Alright, these are all running. This will just get us more piss. Oh hey, another oxyfern. I could install a Wheezewort seed. There's a Wheezewort up here. I could install that outside of the volcano. Here on Cold Planet. Where the very first one I found right outside of my base was a freaking volcano. Alright, now it looks... Alright guys, I need you to get in here. I need you to build... I don't feel like that was dormant for very long. It's just copper. I'll go ahead and let it. Alright, so now it's coming out at... So 5 degrees. The oxygen comes up it. It goes near the volcano. Comes back out at 80. Alright, that's not bad. Alright, let's put the wires back together. think this is how it was. Before the lava hit it. Alright, so, now I know, volcanoes, enter from the top. Put a door at the top and go down. Ah, yes. The disease-curing thing of hot tub. I guess it's still really hot up here. It's gonna take time for the full planet to fight back. Alright, this was a waste. Suppose if I moved these rocks. That are sitting on here at 2,000 degrees. You know, grab these giant, super hot things and then bring them inside the base. That'll help. There, fighting back against the miasma. Four kilograms of carbon in here. You would imagine the moment they take off the suit, they would get scalded by what they're holding in their hands, but... What happened to you? Oh, it sat still long and right, this was all turned off, so this sat still long enough to freeze. You'll be alright. I could have you attack the volcano. Alright, now power's back on. Yeah, power is abundant now. Remove the insulation from where I'm getting good heat. Oh, I never hooked you up with... How's this looking? Any new targets to go after? Well, now that we have the Atmos suit dock, I'm curious about the hot zone. Alright, the next excavation will be east. For the heat. Should throw an airlock down on the other corners. Begin to extend my tendrils that way as well. There. Free piss. Power room's looking pretty good. You could even use automation to set up like a system so that like it prioritizes one of these at a time. Like use coal as a last resort kind of deal. That says 26 kilograms. Not 26 grams, 26 kilograms of carbon dioxide in there. At what point does air pressure begin to break walls? I have to punch a hole in it so that miasma can be released. So down here will be the carbon skimmer. to eventually fall down and get eaten. Anything the Oxyfern doesn't get, I'll get them. Over here can be more power generation for other flavors. Or expansion. Alright, over here towards the heat. The heat bubble is just that, it's a heat bubble. I'm not seeing any neutronium here. Just a lot of heat. And there's oil, which means there's plastic. And there's zombies. I dare you to fault to the steel for that. Still 200 degrees in there. It's 20 at the bottom of that chamber. 200 up here. Where is the heat exchange here? Come on, guys. It turns on tomorrow. Alright, so how do we come at this oil? Punch holes and then just pump it in? Yo, another natural gas geyser. This one's just out in the open. Handsome. He's sleepy. That's fine, I can work with that, and I already had the infrastructure in place. I need to scale up the natural gas generators. But how? Or we just buffer more? Never run out of power? Right, the cavern to work with. So next goal, tap into this. Be as simple as a pump, a filter, and just find a way to get the tube over here. Or I build another one of these over here. Pretty thin. Alright, changed you to steel. Oh, well, here it comes. Achievo. Someone took an allergy pill. Alright. Put all the medicine in the hospital, huh? Eventually this will heat up now that it's in my sphere of influence. Like, the hot carbon dioxide should fall. Alright, if it is natural gas, someone's getting a little stressed out. Speed Racer, what's up, man? You popped your eardrums. Yeah, that'll do it. Jeez. That's a lot of carbon dioxide. 37 kilograms. Cat. Print that cat. Could have built these with like a 2 wide gap utility closet. Could put like ventilation in there and space heaters. Alright, it's down to 150. Insulated tile does a lot to stop the radiant pipe from working. Oh, this got dug. Alright, and over here we have zombies we don't want to touch. A bunch of oil. That's not oil. That's liquid carbon dioxide. This is not oil. Huh. I guess we'll do this and then head west. Continue south. Quite productive. The basement wasn't even started last time. It was just a sketch. Consolidation. This is running again. Oh, this is running. This is too. Take the pit. Take the stank air. Toss it into here. It's filtered by all the deodorizers. If it's still stank air, the stank air, take it back, set it back into the mix. If it's oxygen, it goes into the base. Alright, so next time we're going to see this project done. Some more excavating. I'd like to see oil going. Get down here, heat it up. Just to get the ball rolling, we could throw down a space heater. Or two. Even make them out of steel so they get real nice and hot. So I can put the skimmer down here. One sieve should be able to feed quite a few skimmers. It's 1,000. You also do 1,000. But it's not always running. It takes some time, so there's time for it to feed more than one. Alright, next time. Have a good one, y'all.